Gather around the table once again for another session of Dungeons and Drakfus, and today we are wrapping up the initial dungeons for Wrath of the Lich King, or at least for this week, and we're starting with the second dungeon of Utgarde Keep called the Utgarde Pinnacle. So let's go ahead and go into the lore really quick and figure out what we can find in the Utgarde Pinnacle. Obviously, it's probably like the upper parts of the castle. Utgarde Keep was long thought to be unfortunately this is the exact same thing, but I'll read it again. Utgarde Keep was long thought to be abandoned, a relic of a lost civilization among the central cliffs of the Howling Fjord. Yet in recent days, something has roused the fortress's slumbering residents, the Vrykul. Okay, so let's go ahead and step into the Vortex Pinnacle. This is basically the upper parts of the keep, as well as the throne room of Utgarde Keep. So we're actually going to be dealing with the king of the Northrend Vrykul, at least in the Howling Fjords. And we just need to get this loaded up. Come on. I know you can do it. There we go. And we actually do get some additional quests. First of all, with Argent Confessor Paletress. So let's go and talk to her. Working at the source. We are hard at work ensuring that we minimize our losses to the Scourge war machine. The Vrykul here are undermining that mission by willingly joining the Lich King's ranks. Please, brave champion, you must defeat their spiritual leader Svala before she leads her people into the eternal shadow.
Safe travels.
Okay. And we also have one from Briggs Smallshanks. Ick. Oh, I'd be lonely in here without me mateys, lads. So junk in my trunk. Oh, just look at it. Me trunk never been so empty. Me mates jumped at the sight of all that booty, and now look at 'em, rattling bones they be. Say, that be plenty of loot farther in, and not the curse kind, I'll wager. Fetch it for me, and I'll be rewarding you something handsomely, matey. Okay, so... vengeance be mine. Only luck spared me from the fate as me mates. In the scurry I got knocked down, was wee bit tipsy to begin with. Looked up to see the first of them turn. There was a big old fella watching him with a big old mess of guards. They were chanting Ymir on. Maybe killing him with me will free me mates. So,
get her back.
We need to grab some shiny baubles, some golden goblets, jade statues, and also kill 2 bosses within the instance, Svala Sorrowgrave, as well as King Ymiron, who is the leader. I'm trying to remember, do we actually get anything here? I don't think we can. I think we gotta go into the instance before we can do that. So, let's go ahead and start this up. Once again, happy Monday, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good week so far. For me, my voice is a little racked already, as you guys can kind of tell. We just barely, on the Tale of Drakfu, started up the Dread Wastes, which unfortunately means that I gotta do a lot of Mantid voice now. And it kind of hurts. So let's take care of these guys. But as you can see, we already have abominations in here, so the corruption is spread. Let's go ahead and get things started. Oh, here we go. Here's an untarnished silver bar. We'll go ahead and grab that. So we got one of those. And we're just going to continue on in the area. As you can tell, this is basically another Vrykul stronghold, so we got to take care of these Scourge hulks. As well as manage the Vrykul problem here. There we go. And we have another silver bar right here. Let's go ahead and take care of the Scourge Hulk. Grab that. Oh, my bad. I don't have auto loot on. That would have really helped in here. But unfortunately, it also doesn't help, so yeah, we're not going to worry about it. Boom, here we go. Okay, kill off these guys. And before we step into the next area, because there's going to be a little bit of, or not a little bit, a lot of lore that's going to happen right here and now. And also, I'm going to be referencing back to, people might remember when we finished up the Howling Fjord, we actually were dealing with King Ymiron, or at least we actually took care of his queen, Angerboda, before we take care of him, because the Lich King ordered him into the Pinnacle. So we're going to actually deal with this lore now. And there is Svala right there, but she has a visitor.
My liege, I have done as you asked, and now beseech you for your blessing.
a testament to your obedience. Indeed, you are worthy of this charge. Arise, and forever be known as Svala Sorrowgrave.
The sensation is beyond my imagining. I am yours to command, my king.
Uh-oh.
Your first test awaits you. Destroy our uninvited guests.
I will be happy to slaughter them in your name. Come, enemies of the Scourge. I will show you the might of the Lich King.
Okay, I think she's gonna stay there as long as I'm with. I don't hold in range because I'm not in combat. Let's go ahead and go over the lore of Svala Sorrowgrave before we attack her. Svala distinguished herself as Ingvar the Plunderer's lieutenant, leading perilous scouting missions in Horde and Alliance outposts. It was she who discovered the enemy's plans to invade Utgarde, giving the Lich King time to prepare. For her service, she has been transformed into a Valkyr, revered warrior maiden of the Scourge. Okay, so let's go ahead and take care of Svala Sorrowgrave. We don't really care. Okay, well, this is gonna suck. I'm actually basically stuck in her attack, so I'm probably either gonna get killed or I'm going to take a lot of damage for it. I'm probably gonna get killed. I don't know. The sword is coming down. Oh no! And actually, it didn't do anything to me. Ah! Okay, we'll go ahead and grab that, and we'll also grab this other shiny bauble. And there you go. We have taken care of the first boss of the Utgarde Pinnacle, and now we descend even further into it, or rather ascend, because we're heading up to the throne of King Yamiron. So yeah, I'll be linking up the final video, at least the one that had Queen Angerboda, so you guys can see that lore portion, because it is tied to the Utgarde Pinnacle. It's like your first reference to it, and therefore is a little bit important. And I remember doing this instance a lot, because I was a warrior tank, and the sword from King Yamiron was amazing. Well, in particular, the sword you got on heroic mode was amazing. It was a great tanking upgrade, at least until you got into Naxxramas and got some of the tank upgrades there. There we go. Actually, I'll take the green and sell it, I guess. Okay, so we're going into the next room, which actually houses the next boss. But as you can see, this is like a hunter's menagerie, so how on earth could it house the next boss? The next boss is actually at the very end. He's the big Magnetar. But before then, we actually have to use this stasis generator and start up a little bit of an event. And then I'll go into the lore as we get finished here. There we go. That's gonna be enough. Originally, like, when you played in Wrath of the Lich King, you need like 3 or 4 people hugging this orb to get it started. Oh, and what's he doing to the massive Jormungandr? Or Jormungandr? Oh no, he's bringing it to life! Yeah, it's not that bad. So he's gonna bring these guys to life randomly, and so the next is the Rhino. Oh no! What will happen? Nothing major. We'll kill this guy, and then... Which one's next? Next one is going to be the Worgen. I still wish I could get this Worgen model somewhere in the game. It would be amazing. And finally, we have the Furbolg. So bring it back, bring it back. There we go. And finally, he's going to resurrect Gortok Palehoof. This guy thinks he's all big and bad, but then we're going to show him that he really is not. There we go. Let's go into the lore really quick. The Vrykul keep many trophies at Utgarde Keep, and Gortok is among the most impressive. King Ymiron displays the frozen Magnetar's cruel countenance as a reminder that even the most savage beasts are mere decorations for Vrykul halls. This living statue will sow destruction if liberated, unleashing his wrath indiscriminately. Okay, so, and actually with this, we're going to start up the third boss. This guy was the real pain in the butt for anybody who is walking in here brand new, and that is Scotty the Ruthless. The Vrykul assign nicknames based on accomplishments. Cleansing a Drakari bloodline or decapitating Tonka might garner the appellation of dutiful, but it takes a true act of depravity to be called ruthless. Scotty earned his title long ago for relentlessly hunting down Vrykul, who sheltered the malformed infants, predecessors of humanity, condemned by Ymiron. Okay, so the part that made this hard was that he actually will ride his Drake Groff, and you had to do a little bit of an event to get him down to kill him.
What mongrels dare intrude here? Look alive, my brothers! A feast for the one that brings me their heads!
So we actually had to make our way through a gauntlet, which you guys are seeing like right now. Okay, so, and as we went along, there would be additional waves in the gauntlet. Now first I'm going to grab this. And you'll notice that we just got that warning. Scotty the Ruthless is within range of the harpoon launchers. Some of the waves would actually be harpoon carriers. We need to kill those specifically and take their harpoons to shoot him down. So, there we go. There we go. That gave us 3 harpoons. I think it only takes 3 to kill him. Or to... Basically, we're killing Groff with it. So all you gotta do is wait. Oh, looky. We already have new guys, so a bunch of the Witch Doctors and the Warriors. And here we are, so... Is that going to be enough? Nope, I'm going to need another harpoon because the other one missed. Because he's got to be at that specific point before he takes a deep breath before you can take him down. Thankfully, though, with this wave, we're going to get another harpoon carrier. So we'll go ahead and kill these guys off. And there's the harpoon. So now that Groff is back, fire off that harpoon, and boom! Scotty is now here. And there you go. Lottie Dottie, we loves the Scotty. Which is basically an achievement to do in 3 minutes or less, or defeat Scotty the Ruthless and Utgarde Pinnacle on heroic difficulty within 3 minutes of starting the Gauntlet event. Now, as an added bonus, unfortunately, I already have this mount, so you're not going to see it. But if you grind this guy, you will get a blue Proto Drake mount. Which, if you're a mount collector, you're going to want that, and it's fairly easy to do. But it has to be on heroic difficulty, so once a day. And here is more into the Pinnacle. We only have one more area to go. That's how far in we are. But as you can see, there's more and more of these Ymirshar, the zombie Vrykul, and they're working with the other Vrykul. This is not good. In fact, we have necromancers here. But are they Drakromancers? I would say not. There we go. Take care of these guys. I believe back in the day there actually was a quest to kill off all the Scourge Hulks in here, but unfortunately we don't have it anymore. So here it is, the throne room of King Ymiron. So before we start him up, let's go ahead and go into his lore. King Ymiron. Proud Ymiron ruled the northern wastes until the Vrykul's long slumber relegated him to insignificance. He regained consciousness to find that his wife had been murdered. By us. His lands besieged by enemies. He has cast off his mortality and demands vengeance, eager to show the terrible resolve of an awakened giant. And fun fact, he returns in Legion, because we do get another dungeon called the Marl of Souls, and he is the first boss in there. Basically, you fight the spirit of Ymiron after this. So here he is. Oh my gosh, he looks so Dovahkiin in his outfit. So let's go ahead and take him out. Which is funny, I've actually seen people go, Wrath of the Lich King was nothing but a Skyrim ripoff. Skyrim came 2 years later. Don't know what to tell you. Oh, and you see he's actually... This gives him buffs throughout the fight. He will call upon the previous kings of the Vrykul. But we don't care because we just killed him. And unfortunately, I was hoping to get the sword, but nope, you can't get it. It's the Girdle of Bane. And we do get the achievement King's Bane because we killed him on heroic difficulty without anyone in the party triggering Bane. So that actually gives us the loop around. So now we can go back to the entrance and turn in all of our quests. So let's go ahead and do just that and wrap things up for the Utgarde Pinnacle. So we'll start up with Brig.
Here there.
Okay, so junk in my trunk. Ah, how you faring there, matey? I got all your stuff. Brilliant! You've gone and done it, matey. Now I can show me face to the captain without fearing for me life. Thanks to you and your mates. Here's a little booty for you in return. So he just gives you a leather tunic.
Hey, good.
Then vengeance be mine. Splendid! Maybe now me mateys will be able to rest in peace. Here you go, lad. Don't let it be said that old Brig weren't generous to those who showed him a kindness. Good doing business with you.
Up with you.
Cool, and Arching Confessor Paeltris.
Hey there.
Every soldier we deny to the Scourge is more than one life saved. Thank you.
See you later.
And there you go. That wraps things up for the Utgarde Pinnacle. So when we get back tomorrow, we're going to take on the last original dungeon of the Wrath of the Lich King expansion as we step back into the Caverns of Time to relive some of Arthas's darkest moments. We'll see you then.